Escape from the Planet of the Apes came out in 1971. This follows basically our main two protagonist apes from the original film, escaping from Earth following the nuking of just the entire Earth that was the second film, or Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Here they end up traveling backwards in time, like 2,000 or 3,000 years, and to a time where humans were basically in control, and this is basically just 1970s U.S., just with these alive apes in it, and I think this is actually one of the most interesting Planet of the Apes movies, because it takes the role of, okay, so we've already seen in the first one what it looks like when you have a whole population of apes reacting to humans that can't usually talk, but this time they can. And this time, flipping the script to where all the humans are in control, and when they find an ape talking, they find it weird, and they're weird. But then there's two people that are like, hey, you guys aren't that bad. It's same in Planet of the Apes. There's two apes that are like, oh, you guys aren't that bad, and yeah. So it's basically just the same exact story of Planet of the Apes, except the scripts are completely flipped, and now I think they actually do play it very interestingly, with the way that they do bring the apes to the United States, back onto Earth, like 2,000 or 3,000 years ago, and the way that they do it is they kind of settle them in, and a lot of court proceedings occur to basically, all these apes basically move through the U.S. legal system to end up being just allowed to roam free on Earth, pretty much. And I feel like this does, again, have more social commentary. I think all these original Planet of the Apes do. This one's mostly about discrimination, and how, the humans are discriminating about the apes because they're different, and, yeah, so you think it would be I think the best part of the movie is when you're seeing the apes going through the U.S. legal system, and they start getting support from the people, because, it's just fun, and you can start seeing the support from the people, and, they end up becoming free. I think those are the best parts of the movie that take place in a courtroom, basically trying to prove that these apes are doing nothing wrong. Just let them roam free, who cares? And, they actually are pushed over a lot easier than the apes are to the humans, but still. And, yeah, so, no, I think this is interesting, but at a certain point, when you see the apes doing random human things, and they have smiles on their faces, they're doing some funny thing, they'll smile at each other, and then they'll do another funny thing, and then they'll just do things that, humans would normally do, but the apes find weird and quirky or whatever, and it just keeps on playing that over and over again. So I think at a certain point, when it just keeps on doing that, it just becomes uninteresting. And then it just gets a little bit boring. But luckily, after I think it's starting to realize, okay, this is a little bit overplayed now. I mean, yeah, we get it. Humans, these apes that are like humans, except they're not, in just roaming around the United States, in New York, whatever. Okay, whatever. What are we gonna do now? Well, they get captured again, because there is this absolute goon. He's this guy that basically wants to rid the world of these dirty apes, because he's afraid that they'll take over the earth. And he knows it in his noggin that these apes will definitely take over the world. So then he's like, oh, I gotta kill them now. So then he goes after these apes. He goes after these two apes and their baby, which is Caesar, and basically just goes after them and freaking kills them on a ship in the final act. That is just depressing. No, every main character from the first movie is killed. Alright, so obviously we had, most of the main characters from the first one killed in the second one because of that nuclear explosion. But then we basically had the main two protagonist apes, from the original in this movie, and they both get killed. So now literally every single character that appeared in the first movie is literally dead now. And the second one. So now every character in the second Planet of the Apes movie is just dead. But the baby survived? I don't know, I haven't seen past the third, but I'm kind of watching these in chronological order and then reviewing them. And, yeah, so that's basically, Escape from the Planet of the Apes. I do think it's pretty good. I definitely think it's better than the second one. I did not like the second movie very much. But I did like this one. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video or any of my other content, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.